Good afternoon and welcome to Maroochydore Tonga's 2024 AFL Pacific Cup. Up next are the under-17 girls winning game between Nauru and Tonga. If you are able, we please ask you to stand up, remove your hats, and join the players, umpires and officials for the playing of the Nauru national anthem.
Good afternoon and welcome to you from Maroochydore, the Maroochydore Multi-Sports Complex. This is the third and final match for each side over the next 3 hours or so in the Under-17 girls competition of this first ever AFL Pacific Cup. This match to be played between the Nauru Angels and the Tonga Storm. Tonga unfortunately still having to wear their blue jerseys, Nauru in their familiar goal. We've just heard the national anthems of both sides, Nauru, Wiema, and Koe Whasi o e tui o e utu Tonga. It's the best I can do. But we're underway, or at least will be in a moment. Thank you, Epon Grandla. Aepon, I'm going to get that right. Nauru had a heavy loss to Papua New Guinea on Friday. They're off to finish their tournament in style if they can. Again, good work outside the contest from Brianna Hubert. She had a good day Friday. Further pressure in the middle from Wilma Tamakan in the under-21. Tonga's turned it over. And again, they haven't been able to get their actual jerseys, so the jersey numbers are all over the place. If you know the players, help me. Turned over to Tonga in the middle of the field. Good kick away under pressure. Vea Matahau was able to get her hands in the way. Number 11 for Tonga. At least I hope it was. Turned over again. The pressure from the Tongans back to Faiva. It's good slap forward, and Faiva got in the way again. Reynalda. Hoofed forward by Leo Kaina. And a good mark running forward. I think it's Liliana Fine rather. Oopsies early. So Tonga, first inside 50. Hits ground into the drop zone. Plenty of bodies flying. And Nauru putting pressure on to push them backwards. Murphy. Handball out wide. Finds the run of Leo Kaina. It's across the face. Not a lot of pace towards the ball. I think both sides were prepared to accept the boundary throw-in. And I haven't said hello yet. My name's Daniel Viles. I mainly call the Queensland Women's League. And sometimes at this ground at Maroochydore. But this has been an absolute privilege to see international football right in our backyard. Tonga on the attack. Beats everyone, and because non-nominated players, you've got to nominate in the ruck, and then if someone else comes in, you will give away the free kick, and that's what the umpire's explaining now. Fine throws her hands in the air. So as I say, the Tongan numbers I've been given may be wrong, because they have had some issues with getting their jerseys to the Sunshine Coast. So clearing out just through the hands, but a good recovery from Leo Kaina. Goes all the way back to the centre circle, steadies. A second inside 50 for Tonga. About three players getting in each other's way. The fend off from Taufa. Out wide. Goes to number 27. It's a flat shot. And that's excellent defence. I think that's Derodaig. Actually, I've got the wrong team there. They've been able to run it out. Bit of high contact, but advantage is paid. And Nauru, that's good working up the right to Bonnie Thoma. Yeah, play on. She's definitely running. She can be tackled now. Bit of inexperience from Dauma and good pressure from the Tongans. They win the free kick. And just a bit of inexperience as Manu Latisi sweated on the opportunity. Thank you, Oxbooks. Tonga better win. Sounds mildly threatening. But plenty of support, and they did well against Fiji on Friday. Flying at centre half forward. Turns to a little bit of rugby union, but that'll just be a ball up about 45 metres out from goal. Hopefully the Tongans have been able to get their own boots today. They had to play in borrowed boots. I think the first game they had Fiji's. Comes off the back of the head of Joanna Teabuge. And again, just breaking down. This tournament, quarters were supposed to be 15 minutes. They were cut to 12 on Friday because of the matches all being crunched together. Esther Tamako rose perfectly. Plenty of speed. Oh, that threatened to be a big hit. There's a push in the back that's been called. So Tonga will, and a couple of players haven't heard the whistle, or perhaps they thought it was on the other field. As a few friendships are made between Lasina Kula, who throws the ball back to her teammate Latea Alaua. Third inside 50 for Tonga. An air swing at the back. Held. Yes, that is a free kick for Tonga. They're pushing forward well. The Nauruans probably came to this game as favourites, but the Tongans are really taking it to them early. There is a bit of a right to left breeze, so Tonga probably have the advantage at this stage. Oh, through the hands, may have been in the face. Tongans getting the numbers there. Oh, bit of a scoot through the legs, can be dangerous. Important tackle from Redfern. And then put through by Fine, who then does the right thing by collecting her own ball. But if the numbers I have are correct, that's Liliani Fine, who benefited from her own pressure and then pressure put on by teammates. And Tonga score first. Superb work. I'll just see if we can catch the replay. And unfortunately just got on the tail end of it. Apologies for that. But that was the result of a good 3 or 4 minutes pressure from the Tongan Storm pushing forward. A few friends being made in the middle of the field, and the good news is this will be now. Cover 2-on-1. Good in general play. Yeah, threatened to get out of hand, but it's all been kept at bay. And the pace of this game has just picked up. Good disposal under pressure. Got it out to Wilma Tamakin. Over the top, and the Tongans had enough players behind the ball. Ronaldo Faiva brought to ground, gives away the free kick. The work was strong, possibly from Dagaggio, who scored on Friday in the first game. As Nauru had a big win over Fiji early. Finds a teammate. They've been good at that this week. First inside 50 for the Angels. Over the back of the contest, keeping her feet was Yansi Ika. Cleared. Tonga with a chance to get out of trouble. They've done it. That's a good step from Taufa. Not quite. Somehow that was allowed to play on. Holika's clearance was brought to ground. A big hit from Kula. Soccred. And Tonga worked their way up the right wing. The handball going straight through the mitts. Strong work in the middle as Leo Kaina has been a big force in midfield early. And she's far more effective when play's underway. Good Shepherd. And this is free-flowing football. And that'll be a free kick. It's not a free kick. Interesting. Tunneled through the legs by Vea Matahal. Triple effort. And that's a rugby pass. Great pass in a different sport. And I don't think that Tamale Tsitsi realises that it's her free kick. In the end, it'll be Bonnie Thelma who says, no, I'll take it. Told to play on. I do wonder if there's a bit of a language barrier there, but it's Latisi. Up to centre half forward where there was a lot of space. Didn't quite hit the target of Mafi. Interesting place to soccer. Being chased through by Songa Wimoli. And that's the danger of soccering, is if you miss it, you can look a little bit silly. Retreating, the back pass from Taufa creates a bit of space for Kula. Kula through the gap. Not the greatest kick. Turns it over. And this will be turned around by Tsitsi. Back into the centre of the park. Might have been an opportunity to go wide. So we're not sure if we've got 12-minute quarters or 15-minute quarters. We'll find out at the end of this. Good handball from Tamakin. She had a good day on Friday. The front position taken by baby girl Menke, who was superb. Oh, I think he's suggesting that she got a hair pull. Scored the first goal of these championships on Friday. Menke had an excellent day. Straight through the middle to a contest. And the extra height at the back works well for the Storm. And then bursting out of trouble. I believe that was Joanne Orfa. And finds Leo Kaina in the middle of the ground. It's been a strong presence. Dummied left, went right, ended up going straight up the middle. There are songs about that. High contact, free kick to Tonga. They've got a 1-goal lead, 1-6. That goal we believe to Liliani Fine. Boys game in the background, you can watch that later. It'll be on YouTube. Strong mark, very strong mark at centre half forward. And they've worked out how to use their size effectively. Manu Latisi taking the mark. And we're about to find out how long her range is. The flags behind had just gone a little bit limp. The wind has been inconsistent here over the past 3 days. Good evening to you in Nauru and Tonga, and indeed wherever you may be watching around the world. This could be a 50. She's broken the tackle. We'll have a shot. Way off target. In the end, it'll go through for a minor score. But did run along. In fact, it was out on the full, so no score. So the score remains at 6-0. Just a bit of parallax error for the goal umpire, who ended up being a fair way away from proceedings. So Letisi, making good space, showed that she could break a tackle. But then the ball drop meant that the ball landed on her foot sideways. It was out on the full. Nauru, time for a bounce. But again to a one-on-one contest. Hands in the back allowed. And turned over to Veamatahau. Veamatahau, and we've moved on anyway, as another mark is taken by Letisi. Taken by Leokaina. Drills the kick low. That has just snuck through for a behind. So now it's 7-0 to the Storm over the Angels. Mr. Grundler's happy because Nauru is out to a lead beyond the goal. As now we see the flags that you can see in the background, they were completely limp just a minute ago. And now, well, they're pushing back, suggesting that Nauru now has the wind advantage. You will not be able to pick it. Or if you can, please join me in commentary. Nauru trying to clear out from the 50. They'll get a second opportunity. Again, working their way through the middle and playing that high defence meant that Salome Holika was able to take a good turnover mark. Not the greatest kick. It's been intercepted by Dagiago. Turned over twice. Breaking the tackle is Leokaina. Runs a long way, prodding the full 15. Out to Songoimoli. Not her greatest kick. Another opportunity. Tautha misses to the right. Some excellent play through. Possibly a few of the players need to learn to get the ball moving by hand earlier rather than going for the fend, because in rugby, if you go for the fend and it doesn't work, you can just lay the ball back behind you and set up for the ensuing ruck. But in Aussie rules, if you get brought to ground, that's a turnover. It means you miss out the scoring opportunity. And we are just playing the 12-minute quarters today. So that's a change from the rules at the beginning of the tournament, or at the very least before the tournament started. It has been Tonga's quarter. They lead 1-8 with a goal to Liliani Fine over Nauru, yet to score. Welcome back to Maroochydore. And just to confirm, it is Tonga leading Nauru 8-0, not Nauru leading Tonga 8-0. It's the Nauruans in the yellow jerseys, Tonga in the blue. They do have their own jerseys today, but they're just not their own ones, so we believe the numbers are correct. They are AFL Tonga. And Brian, thank you very much for picking that up. The score bug is there, but we will fix that up. But I can assure you it's Nauru yet to score Tonga 8. John Ford, thank you for joining in again. And I always agree, go the umpires. You can't have a game without them. And Soriano, thank you for joining us. The Nauruans need your help at the moment. They are 8-0 down. We'll get that scoreboard fixed up. My name's Daniel Viles. Thank you for joining me. It's not really me you're joining, it's them. We've just had an amazing draw between, I believe it was South Africa and Tonga in the boys match. It's been a fascinating tournament. This one as well. The winner of this match has a chance to win the overall title if PNG get upset later. But right now it's all about these two teams. Taufa in the ruck. There's been some contact over the shoulder. So Nauru through Menke. The kick out from the middle. Kick to a 1-on-2 contest. Nearly worked, and in fact it has worked. Pushed forward by Tamakin. Good punch from the back. That was from Alua. A throw. Free kick to Tonga. They'll be able to get out of trouble. And it looks like they have a wind advantage, which is the opposite from how it was going the other day. Otherwise known as Friday. You can tell from the length of that kick. It's been turned over. Oh, unlucky slip from Teabuge. The tackling is strong from Faiva. Couple of fend-offs. She's been doing that a few times today, Latisi. Got it forward to Fine. Fine, long way to run. Runs her full 15. Needs a forward target. Drops underneath, but it will be walked in by Vika Murphy. Murphy scores 40 seconds in to the second quarter. That was the initial turnover. The tackle from Faiva in the middle of the ground. The running today from Latisi has been superb. Got it forward to Fine. That mark was dropped, but the last defender in Deladag was isolated, and it was able to be run through. And so it's a 14-0 lead to Tonga over Nauru. I did not see this coming. So just correcting the score on the board, it is Nauru yet to score, Tonga 14. And Tonga are forward again. Dropped in midfield, Nauru getting numbers around the ball. And thanks very much to our camera operator for getting things sorted out. It easily happens, there is no criticism here. And Menke has a free kick just in front of centre halfback. Has to move around behind the mark, and will do. Nauru need to get moving. Finds a runner wide in Jenny Jeremiah. Good pressure on the mark. That was from Alua. Kick in field from Teabuge. Faiva hoists it forward. Intercept mark nearly taken, but again, Tonga have the numbers around the ball. One tackle broken. Pumped forward by Taufa. Taufa's got her second for the quarter. Stunning play. The physical strength of the Tongans is allowing them to get on the front foot, and they are full of running today. Important work done on the ground from Vika Murphy. Silvia Taufa gave herself some room and hoisted it for about 35 out. Tremendous work as we get back to the middle of the field. Stunning play. Again, the work in the middle of the field. Yansi Ika, very tall midfielder. In fact, that was Latisi before, I mucked it up. Toto in the number 5. Fine in the number 1, leaves it behind. Picked up by Siode for Nauru. Taufa's doing it all herself at the moment, going in the ruck. Knocked it down to an opponent and then held off the ball. So the Nauruans will have a chance to clear. And Fine just needs to make sure that she gives a bit of space. Don't want to give away a 50-metre penalty. You're on top. And when you're on top like this, drive the advantage home. Intercepted by Leo Kaina. Left it for Kula. Kula looking for space on the outside. Handballed back. Slightly awkward bounce. Looked like contact over the shoulder, but advantage paid to Tonga. And you can see the way that that player just charged in from about 5 metres away. Now the Nauruans getting numbers around the ball. A few players coming in. Volleyball was excellent. Hoisted forward by Teabuge. Hubert doing well, but she didn't have enough support. Gives Tonga the chance to thrust forward again. Not able to be held onto by Murphy. Air swing from Murphy. There's a push in the back, and there are a couple of reasons there why Nauru could have been paid the free kick. So again, now where are her passing options? Where are the players in the gold shirts running into space? What they need to do now is string a few passes together. Goes into the middle of the field where there was a kind of sort of maybe loose player. But again, they've turned it over. Tonga have just been winning turnovers galore in the first 17 minutes of this match. Now the Nauruans have some numbers around the ball. Just went through the legs of Zira Jura. And they have some numbers wide. That was a good effort to get to the ball from Christiana Siode. Taking her time, which if it means finding options, that's well played. Both the kick, but also the run from Gloria Gege to get into a marking position. Now, who's on the lead? Agege needs options, keeps it wide. The idea was right, and it's going to work out for them. Number 25 forward. 19 is Joanna Teabuge. Runs a long way, hopefully for her sake, not too far. It's across the face of goal. We may see a weird bouncing ball. Very good work in defence from Pifaletti. Oh, possible kicking in danger. Messy ball. The Tongans, well, I about to say they've done well enough, and maybe they will, because the imposing figure of Salome Leokaina was able to take it outside of 50. Again, Latisi. Now they clear. Again, hard running numbers around the ball. Speaking of which, baby girl Menke turns it around before she ran into an imposing form. Coughed it up. A little bit of soccer instead of Aussie rules. Fine. That's a beautiful handball. Was put through to Murphy. It's a 2-on-1 in the forward 50. If they work for each other, they'll score here. Songo'i Moli looking for space. Maybe tried to do a bit too much herself. Eventually gets a shot away, but just wanted too much space and time. Another opportunity that looked like a throw and was, and the defence from Zira Giura was absolutely fantastic. Giura. But Zira, anyway, plays for the Panzeress team. 16-year-old. And a left-footed to boot. Still 5 minutes left in this quarter. Good run from Thoma. And the handball was excellent through to the run of Teabuge. A low, piercing kick. Cut off by Vea Matahau. And turned around. The running's harder now. That was excellent from Wilma Tamakin. Wrestling on the ground is a Remwe. And in the end, it will just be a ball up. But the Nauruans are starting to match the hard running of the Tongans. And if they can get that kind of effort from the entire team, they're going to go a long way to evening up this match. Then, of course, you hit the wonderful runs of Leo Kaina. That's out on the full. But Salome Leo Kaina has been taking the game on. And she's really been the most dominant player in midfield with some good support from Manu Latisi, the number 13 in the blue for Tonga. And every time the Nauruans threaten to get out of jail, eventually it finds a way back. Well, in that case, it was around out of favour, making sure it went out of bounds. Although the lasso rule means it will be a free kick to Joanna Teabuge. Keeps it wide. The marking option was there. They had the 2-on-1. That's come off hands. So they'll just... Boundary umpire's calling a lasso. I'm not sure that's a correct interpretation of the lasso rule, but the umpires have been very clear in their communication. And if you have that, it's fine. You'll hear the national anthems on the other field, and the wind seems to be blowing towards the camera. So unable to keep the ball in the field of play, and Joanna Teabuge gets a second chance. Goes a bit more centrally on this occasion. I've loved the running of Brianna Hubert this week, and then was able to dispose in. Now the Nauruans are on the attack, but again the forward just hung back a bit, which allowed Jacinda Pifoletti to burst forward. Leah Kayuna tried to get it a little bit further. Now Taufa, already 2 goals in this quarter. Hoists it forward, has a bit of wind behind it. Menke in the drop zone. Not a great kick. Leah Kayuna, from what we've seen of her kicks in general play, and with a bit of wind behind her, have a shot, Salome. There's a small chance here we could be about to see one of the goals of the tournament. She's running up like she's going for a big shot. Told to play on. Just took a little bit too much time. Robbed us of a glorious moment. Now that's the attacking the ball. It was good work initially from Tsitsi, but left it behind for Latisi. Now the whistle was blown before it went through, so there'll be no score. Now which way's the free kick gone? It's going to be a downfield free kick. I think the kick that came in from Latisi, after she kicked it, she was taken out of play, which means it's a Tongan free kick where the ball landed. And so for that reason, Malia Tatafu will have a set shot from a narrow angle on the right-hand side, as the goal umpire is waiting for someone to come and get the ball. And eventually it will be Vika Murphy who has the shot on goal. Can't go off her line. No, it's... Talfa wanted the hat trick in the corner. No, not how it works. The free kick goes to Murphy. Nails it. It's a 3-goal quarter for the Tongans. And Vika Murphy is the most popular woman in Tonga right now. Three straight shots in this quarter. A lot of time lost trying to make sure that the free kick was awarded to the right player in the right place. I think this replay is worth it just for the celebration. Now the siren's gone for half-time insanely early. Didn't seem to be a 12-minute quarter, but half-time has been called. So it is Tonga 4 goals to 26, leading Nauru yet to score. Well, if you're extremely happy right now, it's probably because you're a Tongan fan, because your Storm has a 26-point lead over the Nauru Angels. And we know that Nauru can play some quality football. We saw that on Friday. They've been overwhelmed in this particular match so far. But get behind your girls, Nauru. You can do it on the chat. You can do it from your lounge rooms. You can even tell the commentator he's a very silly man. Whatever you like. My name's Daniel. It's a great pleasure to be with you. But 2 quarters left for these under-17 sides. Both sitting on 1 win and 1 loss. They both lost to Papua New Guinea. They both defeated Fiji. Baby girl Menke under pressure from Salome Leokaina, number 15 for Tonga. Free kick goes to Menke. She plays on quickly, just out of reach of Esther Tamaki. But that was Wilma Tamakin, apologies. Oh, you got to go for the tackle. Yes, just ran in. So the free kick comes back to Salome Halika. Halika goes wide. It's a 2-on-1. And very spectacular from Silabaya Talfa, who's playing a bit deeper in this quarter, but kicked 2 goals and went for a 3rd in the second quarter. Lovely work picking out Kula. Thank you, Ayapon, for your support of the Nauruans, although you've written Let's Go Boys. I think you might be on the wrong channel, but you can definitely support your Angels here. Inside 50 for the Tongans. Beats everyone. This could roll through. It's gone across the face, so it won't be that kind of remarkable goal. Maybe just needed a bit more support. That's excellent, brave work on the ground. Then, okay, that was a little bit of trickery. And she walks away with a smile on her face. As Jamie Daradag tried to trick the umpire into a free kick. But it will just be a throw-in. Very handy position for the Tonga Storm. Looking for their 2nd win of this tournament in their last match. Couple got in each other's way. Again, Tonga just with more players around the ball. Toto ran into trouble, and the free kick has been won by Menke. I believe the umpire's Gary McKenzie, just making sure that free kick's taken by the right player. He's looking for Menke on the right. Now the Nauruans have numbers around the ball. That looked to be just a grab around the collar of the jersey. But it all works out well in the end. There's a bit of confusion from Aloha. Wasn't her free kick. Bring the ball back. Come on. Ooh. Don't think it was deliberate. I think that was just misdirected. Anyway, Nauru have a free kick just behind right wing. Looking for their first points of the match. Told to play on. That's a 50-metre penalty. Although suspect it's a language barrier. But yeah, can't come in from behind the mark and tackle from back there. So Nauru get to move forward 50 metres. So the umpire's communicating as best they... I don't quite know what happened there. May have just been a downtown free kick. Mark dropped. Opportunity still there. Good stepping from Esther Tamaki. And then intercepted by Faiva. The pressure was made by her teammates. Faiva benefited. Then kicked the ball away. Far too easy to intercept mark for Gloria Gege. She's got a bit of size herself. Only 16. Well picked out. And then that tackle was far too low from Taufa. But the mark by Tea Bilge was superb. Tea Bilge moving out left. Another good piece of work by Kula. Then tried to bend down. 3 Nauruans around the ball, putting the pressure on. And again, contact over the shoulder. I think possibly because a lot of these players aren't playing on grass. It's not your free kick, baby girl. In fact, that wasn't baby girl. Sorry, that was Joanna Tea Bilge, but it is Tonga's free kick. Back nearer the centre of the field. As the umpire overkicks the ball. Apologies, Nauru's free kick to Joanna Tea Bilge, just behind the centre circle. Doesn't kick to space, and as a result, Taupea Muhu was able to get things moving. Forward to Taufa. Long run from Taufa. Hoofs it forward. That's a wonderful intercept mark. And the rebounding probably runs back a little bit too far, but it's good that she's at least cleared the space. And we know who that is. Leo Kaina back inside 50. Into space. Outer zone umpire has seen an infringement. In fact, yes, after Leo Kaina kicked the ball, she was flattened. So the free kick will be paid where the ball landed. And this will be an opportunity to score. Admittedly, a kick into the wind. But Tonga could extend their lead here. Already up 26-0. Just made it far enough. The shot on the narrow angle. And it comes off the shoulder of Vika Haig and goes through for a minor score. They haven't missed often today, the Tongans. But they've let that one slip. 4-3-27, plays no score. No, called her behind, so she has to go back to the goal square. Umpires communicating well. Clears, well attacked by Favour. Picked up well on the ground. Teabuge, good handball to Menke. Jinx switches the play. That was clever from Menke. Just out of reach of Tamakin, but again holding off the ball, so the Nauruans will be able to continue the attack. As Talfa just waves her hands in the air like she just doesn't care. Call those jazz hands in this part of the world. And Itaya, I thought for a moment she'd taken an extraordinary mark, but she wins the free kick anyway, because she was clearly pulled off the ball. Itaya through the middle. The mark is dropped by Aloha. Through to Taupeamuhu. Bonnie Thoma in the way. She goes to the edge of the 50. Just not able to hold on to the marks, which would allow the Nauruans a little bit of space. Turned over again. That's a throw. Nauruan pressure will yield a free kick. Now what they need is a player running into space. Aloha has to be careful, because even once his first whistle's blown, she can't... Oh, dicing with danger. Good roving. Good roving from Teabuge. Gets some kind of shot away. I think Teabuge scored. Strong play. Nauru deserved that goal. So they had the free kick just behind left half forward. Took a while to set, but eventually they found where they were going. You can see Teabuge just hanging behind the contest. There she pounces onto it. Breaks one tackle, gives herself a bit of space, and the goal square was empty. The fullback hadn't stayed back. And so Joanna Teabuge from the Panzer Club, a Panzer S player, scores Nauru's first on this Sunday. Well deserved for Nauru. Big thump. Very big thump from Talfa. Pushed forward by Leo Kaina. Beats everyone. There was a hand on it. Sedera Adag. Now that'll be interesting. It came off hand, but it was almost a scoop. So a minor score's been given to Tonga. Could have easily been a free kick. Ayapon said go Kelly. Did I get the right player? Was it Joanna Teabuge who scored? Tell me if it wasn't. Tsitsi at the back. Stolen. Just across the face of goal from Latisi. Gathered in by Murphy. Out of bounds. Be a boundary throw-in. Once the ball crosses that line, boundary umpire's got to get involved. So Nauru on the board, but Tonga on the attack. Beats everyone, being chased by Joram. Hubert was close. Put away by Joram. Looked unusual, but was effective. 3 Tongans around the ball. They've got more numbers, and they win as a result. Redfern. Sega Lily Redfern's been good. Kelly J. Bingham, thank you. I will adjust my goal scoring notes. Thank you very much, Ayapon. Just forward. The Tongans on the attack. That's a lovely flick inside to Bingham. The number 19 jersey. A one-on-one contest. Went for the bump. It was legal. I know there were complaints, but it was legal. And they've got the 2-on-1. That'll be cleared by favour. Oh, a bit of tangling on the ground. Vika Hay wasn't happy. Tripping behind. A bit of ill communication as they were shepherding for no one. Advantage paid to Tonga. Propelled forward. Good mark taken by Vika Murphy. Murphy went for a run. Handed off to Leah Kaina. Found a bit of space and the numbers. Pushed forward. Fine with a step. Brought down from behind. The question was it below the shoulder? It was. That ends up being superb. Great defence from the Angels. Cleared. Probably shouldn't go for a charge down with the boot. Forward from Toto. Tongans get in each other's way and then tackle without the ball. Free kick to Tamale Tsitsi. Nauru the free kick at the back of play. Going for a run. That's a long way. Yes, that's too far. Free kick to Tonga. There's only a minute left. They've got to bounce the ball once every 15 metres. So Tonga with a chance to score. They haven't got a goal yet this quarter. The only goal went to Kelly J. Bingham for Nauru. Inside 50, well weighted. Leo Kaina off target, but runners there. In fact, she'll be paid a free kick downtown because once again she kicked it and then about a second later was introduced to the very lush grass here at Maroochydore. Leo Kaina was going forward to take it, but it goes to the player closest to where it landed, which in this case is Vika Murphy, who scored a similar goal, or goal from a similar position at the other end of the ground late in the second quarter. There'll be a siren very soon. In fact, there it is. Murphy, this goal will count if it goes through. It doesn't, misses everything. 3-quarter time. Nauru won the quarter, but Tonga in control of the match. They lead 4-3-27 to Nauru, 1-6. 1 quarter left for the under-17 girls teams of Tonga and Nauru. Tonga leading this match 27 points to 6. They came into this match with one win apiece rather, but with Tonga a superior percentage, and they may secure at worst second place with a win in this match. This tournament, the AFL Pacific Cup, the first one of its kind, with the splitting into 3 of the International Cup. Hopefully that'll become a thing again in the future. But the organisers would love to thank the Sunshine Coast Council for their support in putting this event on, Tourism and Events Queensland for their support, and Pacific Oz Sports. All of them have played a great role in making sure this event happens as smoothly as possible. There is a Pacifica Community Day happening, and I realise that collectively the Pacifica nations do help each other, but we're also distinct nations, so I hope that each country is represented well and fairly. Hey, Upon, I'm glad you're watching both games. It's exactly how it should be. And I thank you for your involvement on the chat. Whether you're from Nauru, from Tonga, from Papua New Guinea, from Fiji, from the United States, from country Victoria, or even just a Sunshine Coaster who prefers the cool indoors. Shouldn't rain today. We'll get some rain during the week. But 1 quarter left. Tonga in the blue running to your right. That is a big hit out. Fine did well. Got the ball inside to Letisi. Letisi goes deep inside 50. Should be cleaned up by Duraldag. Does very well at the back, as she has. She's been one of the best fullbacks in this tournament. And then turned over to probably the best player in this match, Salome Leokaina. Precise pass inside 50. Just goes over the head of Taufa. And brilliant attacking defence from the back. I know I just said attacking defence. It sounds contradictory, but that is what it was. Redfern working hard but dispossessed. Allowed to play on because the push was from the side. That was Bingham before. Play brought to ground. Tonga have dominated the territory in today's fixture. Out to Leokaina. Hasn't scored a goal yet today. On her left foot, she is a star. Salome Leokaina is a star of this tournament. So the ball up in the middle, about is in front of goal, maybe 40 metres out. The ruck work from Letisi was strong. We haven't seen many players in this whole tournament able to kick on their weaker foot, but we just saw one. And that is one of the best goals we've seen in this entire series.
Please get your attention shortly. The following events are over one for performance from the Queensland Coast Association representing PNG.
28-point lead. Another wonderful hit out goes to Kula. Attempted handball to Paolo, then the contact over the shoulder, and Tonga's on a roll. Taber, thank you for your support for Rihanna. I'm guessing that's Rihanna Nafis, who's done some very good things in the 3 matches she's played. Tonga back inside 50. Leokaina had Taufa getting in her way. There can be a little bit of selfishness sometimes, but they are working well as a team. As Paolo takes the mark just outside the 50. She'll have a repeat entry. Well attacked from the back. That was Jenica Jordan. Needs to keep working and does. Handballs to Sego Lily Redfern. Redfern up the right wing. This looks good. Through to Bingham. Bingham does well in athletics as well. Finds front position. Oh, that could have been a 50, but allowed to stand. So Nauru still on the attack. Lost a little bit of momentum. To the contest. Lands in space. Tonga with more numbers around the ball. Might have been Taufa crashing from the back. Yeah, that'll be a free kick as Aloha just did not bend down over the ball, and so the free kick will always go to the player who does. Who I think is Hubert. Been very impressed with Brianna Hubert this week. Charged down well, the pressure from Veamat Matahau. And then on their way again through the sleeved Leokaina. Inside 50 with a big thumping kick. Pressure from Vika Hay. Very good day Friday, scored a couple of goals in the opening match. Oh, kicking in danger's not good. Got away with it, did Zira. Just be a ball up. We're about 30 metres from goal. Tonga again on the attack, about 8 minutes left to play. Leokaina nominates, straight to the opposition. Leokaina work on the ground. The attempted handball wasn't great. Players hitting the ground, in that case Latisi. And they've worked their way closer to goal, have the Tongan Storm rather. Their parents probably think they're Angels, but that's not the team nickname. Back inside, that was a lovely tap down. Fine! Her second for the game. And a wonderful piece of opportunism. And just good old-fashioned roving. It's how Aussie rules should be played. Where if your big ruck can get the tap down and find the midfield, you can see Fina with the black sleeve there, gets a bit of space over the defender. Telfer had the good sense not to get her hand in the way. Thought about reaching out for it, then went, whoop, nope, that's my friend's goal. And Fina, who played a bit of football in Tasmania for the Glenorchy club in Hobart, got a bit of experience. The Tongans, 6 goals now for the match. They've reached 40. And a lot of players coming in for the ball and forgetting to actually, pick it up. We'll have a ball up, still in the centre square. And this is their last match for this series. They may as well go hard. I don't think any of them are doubling up for the Open tournament. Although there's a few that probably have the skill to do so. It'll be interesting. Hubert did well on the ground. Propelled forward. Nauru with an opportunity. That was strong defence from Alua. Forward to Kula. Has Alua in support. Goes a bit further forward because there were 4 Tongans. The attempted tackle from Joram was good but ineffective. And yes, pulled away from the ball. So an obvious Nauruan free kick. But I have loved the way that they've attacked at the back. 50-metre penalty because the player moved off the mark. So this has been a good little bit of play for Nauru. 50 metres is a long way. It's about a third of the field. So she was just inside the 50. She'll move to just outside the other 50. It's a long way. If you're the one who gets to move forward, it's a nice trip. Deep inside, good, should have been a good strong mark. And then well attacked at the back. I think that's Veamau Tahu. She's taking on 4 opponents. I hope someone got a photo of that because she was just Superwoman charging through the Nauruan defence. And well done by Tatafu, although then kicked it away. Bingham got the ball from Redfern. Turned over in the middle of the field. Because Toto had moved forward well. Toto went down, I think it was her who went down injured on Friday, so good to see her out there and well picked out. Moving forward to the goal scorer, Fine. Inside 50 again. And the defence came late in the form of Derodag. Ooh, don't do that. Still 4.5 minutes remaining. Shorter kick, not quite well directed. May work out for them okay. Jura, who was so good before, won the 50-metre penalty. And then Redfern was grabbed around the shoulder, so she'll have a chance to clear. But before the work of Zira Jura to get out of defence and then win the free kick. In a bit of trouble was Derodag. Got it back to Redfern. And her clearance is ineffective. Well turned over by, I think, Tatafu. Tonga looking for goal number 7. It's been an impressive display today. Bit of pinballing off the feet. Tatafu hits the deck. As that looks nothing like Aussie rules. That's rugby union right there. Wrong shaped field, wrong size posts. Wrong number of posts. Well picked off by Hubis and then cleared. Turned over again. Picked up on the outside by Faiva. High contact. So in the closing stages of the tournament for both these sides, there's a lot to be proud of. Nauru, well, both sides really, free kick to the Tongans. They've both shown they can use the handball, and they've both improved noticeably over the 3 games. Picked off by Redfern. Took on too much, lost the ball under pressure from Murphy. I've missed something because the free kick's gone to Tonga. Cleared by Esther Tamaki. That is a good strong mark under pressure. Evangeline Hubis was very strong, but the mark taken by the Tongan player I just can't identify at the moment. Got the kick inside 50. There's an opportunity. They've got 3-on-1. They weren't able to get Jura out of the way. Zena Jura was superb. They've got numbers behind the ball now. Looking for space was Veamea Tahu. That is, for a moment I thought that was going to swing from right to left and go through. In the end, it's just a minor score. But for Nauru, on Friday, baby girl Menke was outstanding. A wonderful attacking force, and then moved into the inside midfield. Meliana Degajo as well. I've loved the midfield work of Brianna Hubis throughout the week. Gloria Gege is a good, strong presence on the field. Jamie Daladag, big future in defence, maybe could move forward. Wilma Tamakin's done a lot of running. That's a clumsy tackle. Vika Murphy's done some good things, but I've just praised you, Esther Tamaki. Don't sling out a foot like that. She shows her good side now. For the Tongans, it's been a little bit difficult to work out who's been who because of the jersey number changes. Certainly the number 17 on Friday, who I thought was Vika Hay, kicked 2 goals. It's been superb. Today, the outstanding player has been Salome Leokaina. So good to see her get a goal. Veamea Tahu through the middle. Good attacking raid. That'll go out for a boundary throw-in. There's just a bit of push and shove. Liliani Fine has been cropping up all over the place, both in midfield and forward. Manu Latisi has grown in confidence over the 3 games. Number 21 on Friday, I thought it was Ivoni Funaki. If it was, she's been tremendous. But the Tongans will know who their stars have been. To come away from this tournament with a loss to Papua New Guinea, who look to be on current evidence the strongest side here. They'll have the chance to prove that against Fiji starting in a little under half an hour, so please join us for that game. But both sides have got plenty that they can work with. There is talent in the South Pacific. But in this game, it will be cleared by Bingham, another one of Tonga's stars. Nauru stars, I apologise. It's been Tonga's day. They finished their tournament in style with a big, big win. They're excited over the Nauru Angels. Leokaine and Fine scored in the 4th quarter, and they win this match 6-5-41 to 1-6. I'll be quiet so you can hear them celebrate. Please join us for the next game, which will be Papua New Guinea versus Fiji. But we'll leave you with the sounds of the jubilant Tongans.